Goldylocks Productions provides professional internet, TV, and radio shows in the spiritual and New Age genre.
Drum Medicine Show, and welcome for another Tuesday edition of the show. Glad to have everybody back. I hope we're probably going to have some new listeners today because I've been out there, pressing the flesh and doing some stuff out in Sedona, Arizona. So, welcome back. Wow. I'm excited about today's show. Springtime is coming up and we're going to be talking about what it truly is to empty your cup so it can be refilled with the springtime, with the sun, with the manifestation of the direction of the East medicine, grandfather, sun, a whole fire, the male energies, the direction of the born and the unborn, springtime. Are you ready for springtime? And are you ready for the rest of your life? Aho! Oof. I get emotional when I talk that way. It's so sexy to me. Oh, oh my gosh, did I just say that was sexy? Anyway, so with that, I like to burn a little sage, and I like to ask, take a little into my heart, through my nose and my lungs, and I would like to ask Creator, Great Spirit, and Great Mother, and all my relations, Aho, and the power of the four directions, to clear the channels, to make me a clear channel, that all of the computers and the equipment that we use to broadcast this show, including my producer, Tiffany White Sagewoman, that we would be clear channels for you to receive the medicine that you would like to receive, that you need to receive, that's here for you and here for us. Because a lot of times I don't know what the medicine is for me or what's from me until I re-watch the show or re-listen to the show. So clear. All right. Oh, shina wana honate, shina wana ho shita hon, then shina or shina wana hina no. Creator, Great Spirit, thank you for a new day, for a new Tuesday edition of the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show, and for a new edition of me, Creator, Great Spirit, and a new edition of all of us, because we change every day and we are different in every day, in every way. Aho shina wana honata. Aho. Well, all right, there's that. That's a clearing if I ever heard a clearing. So I got some stuff going on. My calendar isn't that busy right now because transition. I have an event on Friday, and the event is the New Moon Manifestation with Shakoba Hawk Wing. She is a shamanic friend of mine who is we're partnering up to do this event on Friday at 7:30 in Pasadena. You can find the event on my Facebook page, Aho, and you can sign up for it's what is it now? I believe it's $25 at the door. It's $20 if you sign up in advance. If you are a student, a young mother, or a sage who's 65 and over, an elder, Aho, you can walk in and pay $20, or you can sign up previously and pay only $15. So there's a discount there for you if you're a student, if you're a young mother. Because I know young mothers sometimes they're struggling. They have so many things going on. They need something. They need to be able to get out. And sages, our elders, need to be honored in that way. And we're glad we can give a significant discount for our elders to come to the event. So we're going to be doing fire ceremony. I'm going to be singing in spirit, and we're going to be doing fire ceremony. We will be journeying. I will be drumming for that. And if you've never been in the room with my 27-inch Pow-wow Drum, she is incredible. She has more power. Wow, she's just, if you want to be cleared, she will clear you and she will align you. So that being said, also. Every Tuesday, right here, the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show at 1 p.m. Pacific Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us. Invite a friend on Be Live TV and on Blog Talk Radio. You can just listen or you can watch. It's up to you. But tell a friend and share the show, okay? And what's next? Oh, every Thursday at 8 p.m., I am doing shamanic drumming. I've been doing it for free for the last 2 months because I haven't found an app that works for me where I can charge folks from around the world, and we can tune in and do that. So it's free. It's at 8 o'clock every Thursday night. We will journey for 20 to 25 minutes, and then you can share on that journey and what that's about. And or you can share privately, but it's an incredible experience, and I'm sure that you'll be back for more. Hello, Sarah and Austin. Glad to have you aboard again. Welcome back. I'm so glad to have you here. And on I believe it's the 20. I forgot the day, but my producer will let me know, because I know that she will. I am doing an event with Tiffany White, Sage Woman, Sarah, and another lady, I forgot the name. Sorry, I apologize, because I've been busy. I was out of town. And we're going to be talking about spring cleaning in your home, using products that aren't toxic, that those traditional products with all those traditional names, that all they do is cause cancer, and they're poisons and they're toxins in your home. And if you're somebody who's trying to remove toxins and poisons from your body by eating healthy, eating unprocessed foods, maybe taking supplements, because I'm not a believer in that. Sorry, I had my green juice this morning, and it was all organic and all that stuff. And you're not smoking, you're not drinking, and you want to clear the old energies and the unwanted, unnecessary energies of your body. Why wouldn't you clear those same energies in your home? And saying that, I hope so. Join us for that show, and I'll get you the information, and I'll post it to my Facebook page, so you can see that. It's also, I believe, on Goldylocks Productions. Saying that, this is the sage that I harvest for clearing of the energies, but it's also an antiseptic. When I cleared the airways and the channels on myself earlier, when we started the show, I took sage into my nose, into my lungs, into my heart space to clear that out. It's an antiseptic, and it clears energies, and it clears germs, and it does all those things as well. You can purchase the sage from me, and for $15 a bundle. It's a pretty good sized bundle. And it's got the sheep in my hand. It's got my energy in it, and the energy of the four elements. I want to honor them. And it's only $3 for shipping. I think up to 3 bundles. If you buy 3, it's like $3 and change for shipping. And then it's $15 if you want to buy one. 1 or 2 or 3 is $15 each. Okay, but the shipping doesn't go up for the first 3, and then after, I think, the 4th one, it goes up, because it's by weight and it's by size. That being said, so you can go to, if you want to buy sage, you can go to Venmo and send $15, $18 for your sage to Anthony-Walking-Crow-24, or you can send it to at Venmo Anthony@sacreddrummedicine.com. So that would be $18. All right, for 1 stick of sage. All right, so there's that. And then the last thing, is there a last thing? Oh, the drum making workshop on March 24th and 25th has been canceled, sadly. So, and I'm saying this, this is a shamanic drum. This is a 14-inch drum. This drum costs about $350 to $400. Okay. The drum making workshop I was having, it was a 4-hour, 2-day workshop, 2 hours each day, where you can create and build your own shamanic drum for $160. That's a deal at twice the price. Because when I move to Sedona and I hold that kind of event in Sedona, it's going to be about $300 or $400 for the total event, because that's going to change everything. And that's just the way things go sometimes. So a lot of folks missed out on the opportunity to make a shamanic drum. You can contact me if you want to make a shamanic drum, and I will do that with you, but it'll cost you significantly more if it's just you by yourself, or I can make it for you, and it'll cost you probably a 10 to 12-inch drum is about $200 to $250. So there's that. All right. So that's canceled. And be aware that I am going to be moving to Sedona soon, and you'll be hearing this broadcast live from Sedona, Arizona, real soon. And I'm real excited about that. So be aware of that. But I'm also planning an event April 15th or April 14th or April 21st in Sedona at Sedona Creative Life Center. And I'm really excited about that because they already know me there because I've done events there with the Imagine Center from here in California. And I'm going to be doing events from different places, different vortices in Sedona. So what happens in my events is going to change for you. You are going to have a whole new experience if you're willing to be a pilgrim and come to Sedona for the events. Aho. Take a few days, go on vacation for a few days and come into a place of the energies and vortices and the spirit world. Aho. Join me in the spirit world like you join me every Tuesday in the spirit world. That's what this is here at the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. Aho. So that said, did I say enough? Where are we? So that took 10 minutes. So one more thing. I met a spectacular shaman from Australia in Sedona when I was there this weekend. And her name is Amalia Kamateros. And she wrote a book called The Spirit of the Stones. The Spirit of the Stones. I read the first 2 pages. And in the first 2 pages, here it comes. I felt the energy of what she went through because I went through a little bit of the same thing, or probably a lot of the same thing. When I really, really stepped into my medicine, I had to let go of everything. I had to let go of my marriage, jobs, you name it. I had to let go of it. So getting to meet her was a big deal for me, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to work with her. And I was told by Spirit that I have to give her a drum. So the drum that I just showed you is not going to be in this office anymore and in my possession, because the next time I go to Sedona, I'm going to honor Amalia with it. And because that's what you do. When I make a drum, it's not always for me to keep or whoever. Or anything that I do, it's not always for me to keep, even if it's gifted to me. Sometimes it has to go someplace else. That's just the way the energy is a whole. So understand that. So let's move on with the show. Today's card, there you go. Soulmate. Really? Really? Who knows? One never knows. Soulmate. This is a root chakra card. Red, root chakra. Earth, it's your stability, it's your safety, your security, it's your home, it's your job, it's your money, it's where we stand, it's your presence in this earth. I'm here. And for me, I am soulmate with Mother Earth. I am soulmate with Creator Great Spirit. I am soulmate with all my relations. I understand that I am connected in the energies and the vortices of all things energy, all things spirit, all things life. So I look forward to being rooted and fruited every day. I extend my roots into the earth. I extend my branches into the heavens, and the birds of the air nest in my branches and eat of my fruit. And what is my fruit? Everybody say it with me. My fruit is my experience of how I went from point A to point B, and how I got there and how I did that. And you having a Me Too experience with that. A Me Too experience. So, Earth, be in the energy of who and what you are, and what you know. You saw the eye there on the third eye. What you know isn't always what you learned in school. What I learned about what I know is the things that I know, and what I teach came from another lifetime, came from other lifetimes, came from seven generations back, 7 generations forward, and 7 generations present. And that's what I understand about a card like this. I am here. I am present. I'm within your presence, and it's my honor to be in your presence. I am the gift that I give to myself of my presence. All right. So let's move on. Springtime, spring cleaning. And if you want to call in, please call in at area code 323-870-3791. Ask a question. Let's have a conversation. What's going on with you physically? What's going on with you emotionally? What's going on with you spiritually? Or better yet, what's not going on? What is it that you're in denial about? Because even if you call me to tell me about something and you don't know that you claim to not be in denial, we're going to find it, because that's what we do here. we do. And we're not here to judge you in it. We're here to walk you through it. We're here not to be, not to treat you like you were raised when you were younger, when you weren't believed, when you were told to be quiet, when you were told to go outside, when you were told to, you were a liar, you were a thief, you were a cheater, when you were taught those things by well-meaning people. And I laugh when I say that, because we become who we are because of the people who raised us and sent us along in our life or didn't send us along in our life. We, as young kids and young adults, receive a lot of poor messages, wrong messages. And our parents receive those same wrong messages. So I'm not blaming them for anything. But a lot of times those entities like to blame us for who we are and not take responsibility for who we are as the people who raised us, taught us, showed us, made us, created us. Ajo. I used to be told in Spanish that I was mal criado, poorly created, badly created. Well, I didn't create me. I went to your schools. I went to your churches. I lived in your house. Hello. I sat at your dinner table, and you were the one who whipped my ass when I did whatever it was that I did. So I last week, I think I cursed last week, and I didn't mean to, and I don't mean to do that. I just not something I want to make a habit of on this show, because I want to transcend the old self, the old Anthony, the old way of being. Even though I always say, hi, human, I'm still human. I want to transcend that stuff because I want to set a better example for people like Sarah and her little boy, Austin, who is always waving at me. And he watches me just like Sarah does. He listens to me just like Sarah does. So I have a responsibility to that child. I have a responsibility to me for change. And I have a responsibility to Sarah, Tiffany, and Austin, and all who are listening. Aho. And let me take a quick look here and see who's listening. Diane Garris is listening, and Sarah, and there's some others there that I can't see. And welcome, absolutely welcome to this show. And I miss you. I miss you weekly. It may sound crazy because it's only 6 days, 7 days, but I miss you guys because I love doing this show. I love being in spirit. I love listening to what they have to tell me. I love listening to what they have to tell me. I hope. So I'm being guided in a lot of different ways right now. And I'm being guided towards a spring, and I'm being guided for you. I'm not just being guided for me, because I know in the responsibility of what I do and who I am. And just like Tiffany White Sage Woman, as the Reverend, as a shaman, as a healer, and everything that she does, and the purveyor of this show, this broadcast production company, we have responsibilities out there, and I get to have fun, and I get to be a little salty and sweet, and salty and sweet, and then salty again. And I say some things, but I really stand in my truth, and I want to be in my truth because I am not liar, liar, pants on fire. I am not. I might have been once upon a time, but I want to be able to be authentic and truthful for you and with you. I hope, because if I can do it, you can do it. If you can do it, I can do it. I want to be the mirror of the reflection of the golden light, the golden fire, I hope, the golden light of manifestation of whatever that looks like for you and me and everybody else. I hope. So saying that, moving into the springtime, we're going to be coming out of the den. We have been in the den of hibernation for the last 2 or 3 months, 3 months, since October 20th, December 20th, 18th, around there. It's time to start, moving our bodies and getting restless and removing that loose fur that we're molting as grizzly bear or as a white buffalo, direction of the north, direction of earth, direction of white buffalo, direction of grizzly bear, direction of the ancestors, direction of rest, direction of wisdom. We're going to be coming into our wisdom in the springtime. We're going to be letting go of all those things that we carried from last summer and last fall. The abundance is going to be with us. The energy of the abundance, not so much the abundance. The food that we gathered, the abundance that we brought with us through the fall, the harvest that we were able to take into our bodies to nourish ourselves, to go into a deep sleep and to nourish ourselves as we start to wake up and as we start to stretch our bodies and work and stretch our souls and start to reconnect to Great Spirit and Mother Earth in the wintertime. We start to come alive. We start to come to. We start to awaken. And we're going to empty our bodies of those things as we come out of the den, and we're going to move into the springtime. The springtime of manifestation. I always say you cannot fill a cup that is already filled. You can't. So you're going to have to pour that out and let it go. What are you harboring? What are you carrying? What are the messages or the traumas or the hurts, the wounds, or the shames that you've been carrying for the last year? Who did what to you that you're not willing to forgive? Because when you forgive, forgiveness is not for them. No, get that out of your little head. Forgiveness is for you. Forgiveness is always for you. Yes, the person wants to know that you're sorry. Yes, the person wants to know that you're remorseful. But guess what? Your soul understands if you are truly remorseful, if you are truly sorry, if you are truly ready to let that go, your life will change. Your spirit world will change. Your dreams will change. Your manifestations will manifest and manifest and manifest, and you will grow into who and what. Listen to me. You will grow into who and what you were always meant to be. You will grow into who and what you are right here, right now. I am Earth Medicine, Red Root. I'm here. Aho. Woo! I get so turned on when I talk like that. I am just sexy. I'm just having fun. Anyway, so and I can't talk about it enough with regard to the letting go. March 18th is the event with Sarah Tiffany at 8 p.m. on her show. March 18th, and that's next week. Yeah, that's next Sunday. Her, Sarah, and Angel, and myself. And we got a caller on the 415. They hung up, or the radio phones are having issues. Well, if they call back, let me know. I didn't see that earlier, so okay, cool. If you're listening and you want to call back in, please call back in. I'd love to speak to you and hear what you have to say, hear what you have to offer for the show today. I'm sure it's substantial. So, wow. One of the things that happens, I mentioned that I went to Sedona, and this is a part of my transition and my manifestation. I went there. I was supposed to go a couple of weeks ago, and I was disappointed by somebody. Hi, human. Anthony, and just because I do what I do, I say what I say, and I am who I am, doesn't mean that I'm any less human than anybody else. I get angry, I get hurt, I cry, and I get sad like everybody else. I get happy, I get turned on, I get all that stuff, right? It's energetic. And but understanding it and allowing it to work its magic with me and on me and to me, I get to move on into a different space. So I was going to go to Sedona a couple of weeks ago with somebody, and they my understanding is they're not available for themselves, so they couldn't be available for me. That's just the way it is. And my beautiful friend Mina Watkins, who is an incredible life coach, and she's somebody who I met at that store where I work part-time in California. She lives in Sedona, and her boyfriend lives about around the corner from the store. And we met, and we've been friends ever since. And I went this week, and I stayed in her home, and she was really gracious. And then there was another healer there named Sarah. Sarah I met through the internet, through making connections through Sedona, as a matter of fact. And I connected her with Mina. And when I got there, Sarah was there staying with Mina. She had just had a session with Mina. She did some healing on Mina, and Mina was doing some life coaching work with her for her business. So this is how the magic works in my life. So I went and I got there, and this is what was happening. And I think we went out that night to go do something, but the next day it was raining, and I didn't want to do anything. There's usually when you go to Sedona, you're on these beautiful rocks and these beautiful vortices, and doing all this incredible stuff. Well, I didn't want to do that. I stayed in bed, and then we got up and we shared coffee, we shared breakfast, and we had fellowship, and it was just a beautiful time. And I just said, hey, you know what? I'm going to go drum. I'm going to go take a short walk, hike, and I'm going to find a piece of earth where I can drum and do what it is that I do. And I got to tell you, I walked across the street to Bell Rock, which is an incredible vortex. And there were so many tourists there. There was a guy selling stuff. When I see that, I'm out. I'm hightailing it out of there. I don't want, when I do what I do, I don't want, it's not a show for other people. If there's some people there, I will ask permission to do this in front of them and to do it with me. But I don't really like to do that in front of big groups of people unless it's in an event or something. So I don't want it to be a show. So I went back across the street, and I found a canyon that was quiet and lonely and wet and damp and red. And I sat and I drummed and I prayed, and I had the loveliest time, just the spirit world and the rocks in me. And I was able to leave there whatever it was I needed to leave there. I offered tobacco. I offered sage. And when I say I offered tobacco, I don't have chanupa. I don't carry chanupa. I have, so I use tobacco in the cigarette form, but I don't take that into my body, just to offer prayer, and that's it, and that's all. And then I went back to the house, and we went out to dinner, and I met new friends, and I danced for 3 hours. I never danced for 3 hours. I danced for the 2 minute and 30-second song that's on at the time. But I just had a great time. I was with spirit-filled people. I was with shamans. I was with medicine men and women. I was with healers and people of all kinds. And I was gifted. And Sunday came, and I just came home, did a little business there in Sedona, and came home, and my life has changed because of it. Did I do anything spectacular? No. And yes, because excuse me a second, because I'm going to tell you, the most spectacular thing you can do. And I want you to listen to me when I say this. This is my left hand. This is my left side. This is my left side of the divine feminine. This is my left side of receiving. It receives. This is my right hand. This is my right side. I apologize. This is the side of the masculine energy, the masculine side. The divine masculine side. It's the side of moving forward, of giving, and it also gives to the divine feminine. So the most spectacular thing you can do with that information is take your right foot. The hokey pokey. You put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, all that stuff. Okay. You take the most spectacular thing you could do is take your right foot and step forward. Move forward into the energies of your life, a manifestation of the male energies. Fire, fuego, I can, I will, I do, I am. I am. Direction of the east, direction of the born and the unborn. Direction of springtime, and move forward and give that and follow. The divine feminine will follow you, left leg with you, and she will receive that moving forward that you started with your right side masculine energy. The most spectacular thing you can give yourself is the saying yes to the energies of moving forward. And receive it in all its splendor and its glory, no matter what it looks like, without judgment, without apprehension, without doubt. Just take the right foot and move forward. How many of you are willing to do that? Now, I happen to know Sarah, who's listening. Every now and again, we probably message each other. She'll ask me a question late in the evening. I don't know why she's up late, probably because it's only time by herself. The rest are sleeping. And we talked about her business, and I gave her a few ideas about her business. She did that. She just said, okay. And she did it. And then and about her personal too, she asked him for advice, and I told her, and she has shown me the burning paper. She has shown me the intentions of what it is she's doing to move forward, right foot forward, right hand forward, giving herself, doing the most spectacular thing of saying yes to your own life. How many of you will step into the spectacularity? Is that a word? Tell me, Sarah, is that a word? Tiffany, is that a word of your own life to say yes to you, to take time to start saying and stop saying no to yourself? How many of you say no to yourself because you're afraid of who's looking? Whoa, I just missed the desk completely with my elbow. How many of you say no to yourself because you're afraid of who's looking, of who's watching, of who might say, oh, look at that so-and-so. She's being so-and-so. He's being so-and-so. Can you believe that? Look at them. They look like a fool. Blah, blah. Who cares? They don't make your dinner. They don't pay your bills. Forget them. Do what you do and give yourself that one spectacular thing of saying yes. Was I sad about losing my job? I used to make a lot of money. I was making 3 times more than the average person. And I'm just a guy with a GED and a lot of experience. I don't have a college degree or a PhD or anything like that. I don't have that. I have me. I have my life experience. I have my life education. And those are the things that allow me to stand in the places of where I've been able to manifest money and dollars and a life that I never expected or dreamed of, because I didn't ever dream of it. Now I dream of it constantly. I can't stop dreaming about my life and where my life's going, because all I do is the doing of the dreaming of my life. And do you understand what I said? I do the doing and the dreaming of my life. Are you ready to do the doing and the dreaming of your life? Because Sarah said yes to me one night about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I know she's doing that. And on the 18th, this Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time, Sarah, Angel, Tiffany, and myself are going to be doing a show on spring cleaning. And Sarah sells products that are non-toxic for you to clean your home, and you'll be able to learn where you can purchase those products from Sarah. And her business from that point forward, from actually 3 or 4 weeks ago forward, has been growing substantially. Yeah. Sarah just said, I still have to write my letter to set free again. It's just a matter of the doing, right? It's a matter of the doing of the dreaming. Did you hear that? I'm going to make that a t-shirt. It's a matter of the doing of the dreaming. It's a matter of the dreaming and the doing of the doing. Hey. Sometimes I just get plain old goofy, and that's okay. I like being goofy. I have fun. And I get to live in this life that nobody else gets to live. I can't wait to move to Sedona to start making those changes, because I am going to be sharing a place with my friend Nina Watkins. And she travels a lot. She's going to be gone a lot. So it's not like we're going to be there. But where we live is there. I'm right across from Bell Rock. Oh, my Lord, as you come into Sedona in the Oak Creek Village area. And that's going to be amazing to me. Sarah's going to be coming in and out from Phoenix, doing her events part-time at the Sedona Creative Life Center as well. And I'm excited about that. Maybe Sarah and I will get to do something together. This is a different Sarah. So, I'm looking forward for my life to change. I'm going to be catapulted into the 4th dimension one more time, again. And Tiffany just said to me before the show, it's going to happen really fast. And I believe that, because I said to Mina on Saturday, Mina, I want to start living here part-time in April, and I want to be there full-time by the end of the year. But I already know by probably May or June, I'll be there full-time, because that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm feeling. I don't think about what it is, because thinking is just creating the story. But my feeling is that's what it's going to be like, and I'm ready for it. Are you ready for it? And you know what else I'm ready for? I got to say this because this excited me. I put gas when I took off from LA that morning, Friday morning, early. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. And it cost me $3.40, almost 40 cents a gallon for gas. It's a lot of money. As soon as I crossed the river, I pulled over and put gas because it was $2.35. So going and coming only didn't even cost me $100. Driving the 1,000 miles that I drove, because I did do some driving there. It's 1,000 miles. So, and so what? So what? I get to spend time with myself in my silence. I get to spend time with my voice and singing and allowing that exercise of singing to music to come through. I get to spend a lot of beautiful time with the landscape of this America, California, Colorado River, Arizona, and the mountains. And what an amazing thing. How many of us never quite pay attention to those things because we're too busy thinking about driving and getting to the destination? It isn't the destination, and it's never going to be the destination of where it is we are physically going, emotionally going, spiritually going. Intellectually going. It's not. It's going to be the path, the way there, just like this. I mean, going and coming and having this book that I'm reading now and understanding it's like, it's the road, not the destination, and what an amazing thing. What an amazing thing that I get to think about the path and not the destination. There is no limitation. I am not limiting myself when I strictly live by the road that's in front of me. You understand what I said? When I can't see the road, the end ahead of me, I am in my bliss. Have you been in your bliss? Do you know what I mean when I say that? That means that my world is endless. My life is endless. The abundance of what's to come for me is bountiful and endless. And it will never stop because I'm a believer, born again. I am a believer. And what does that mean? I'm a believer born again. What does it mean for you to be a believer born again? You believe that you came for a purpose. I believe that I came for a purpose. I believe that every day I wake up, I am born again because I have another opportunity, more of an opportunity to take another step down that path with my right leg, follow with the left leg, giving to the divine feminine, and moving forward with the divine masculine. I have the power and the ability, and I am not limited by any capacity or any body or anything I'm not limited in my capacity for growth and moving forward and understanding and nurturance. And saying nurturance. Have you stepped into what your nature is, and is your nature on the path? My path is filled with nature. My path, my nature is being on the path. I never step away from it. I always step into it. My nature, my nurture. I nurture myself by giving myself the nature of being on the path and allowing myself to be who and what I am. You can do that same thing too. Sarah's already on her way. I know Tiffany White Sage Woman, the producer, she's already way on down the path down there doing her thing. And she's got, she's so far down the path, she's in the snow. Anybody who's on the East Coast knows what I'm talking about. They got a northeaster today, and they're covered in snow. So that's how much path she has. She's got a foot of path today. And it's snowing again. She's forcing her husband to go out there and blow the snow with a machine or some excuse like that. She says she's the ice goddess. Yes. Yeah. Now, that very well may be true. Tiffany White Sage Woman may be the ice goddess, but there's nothing cold about her. She's one of the warmest people I've met. And, and I'm blessed by her friendship. I'm blessed by her love. I'm blessed by her care. I'm blessed by her nature. Listen to me. I'm blessed by her nature, and I'm blessed by her nurture. a whole, because she nurtures everything she does. She has a family that she nurtures. She has a home that she nurtures. She has dogs that she nurtures. She has all her businesses that she nurtures, her clients. Who wouldn't want that life? I understand in my life, all the people that I bless. Every time I do this, every time I pull a card and I speak to the wisdom of the manifestation of this card, or what's channeled through me, every time I say yes, I know that the nature of my being is nurturing the path of those in front of me, the path of those who are listening, the path of those who are willing to say yes, 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 and no to the old life. Aho, no to the old life. Are you willing? Are you ready? Stop right there. Oishino, oishino, oishino. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Everybody repeat after me and type it in. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. You can have a life that will unfold in front of your eyes like the magic of the snow that Tiffany is talking about. She joked about being the ice princess, the ice goddess. She used to be a princess until she grew into the goddess herself. And same with me. I am moving into the goddess nature, the warrior, the spirit nature. I am the spirit warrior that I see in my closed eyes when I journey. Aho. And I just finished telling Tiffany before the show that on my last journey at the Church of Truth Center for Conscious Awakening, when I was there and I journeyed, I was drumming and I closed my eyes and I saw a spirit warrior with his long hair and his feather, and he shapeshifted into lion, and lion shapeshifted into grizzly bear, and grizzly bear shapeshifted into aborigine. And I can see it right now as I say it, as I close my eyes, I can see that. The power of that manifestation of that vision is so incredible. And my understanding of what that is, I won't share that with you, I'm sorry, but my understanding of what that is for me, to me, and about me is the most incredible thing I can even manifest. I hope. And it isn't fully expressed yet. It hasn't been fully expressed. It's going to be fully expressed as I move into my nature, my nurture, the path, the abundance of what is and what has always been. Now I want to ask you and answer me honestly, and send a message. Feel free to send a message. Feel free to share and comment. And by the way, call in at 323-870-3791. I get so excited I forget to give out the call number. Call in live and get a healing, get a feeling, ask a question. Tell me what it is that you want, what it is that's hurting you, what it is that you've been freed from. Aho. What is it that you oishino that you are ready for? Right on. And if you want to reach me, you can go to my website at www.sacreddrummedicine.com. You can send me an email at anthony@sacreddrummedicine.com, or you can call my office at area code 818-442-1717. Aho. Don't just call and hang up. Leave a message, because I don't call back numbers that I don't leave a message. I know people in LA like to do that. If you misdial your phone, they'll call you back. Did you call? I'm like, who is this? You just called me. Yeah, well, maybe I made a mistake. And they call you because they think they're that important. They're not. Hello. You were only that important when I was, 30 years ago when I was drunk dialing you at 2:00 in the morning. I'm just kidding. I used to do that. I don't do that anymore. I don't even drink. Anyway, spirit in, spirit out. I'm a firm believer in that. Spirit in, spirit out. So saying yes to yourself for springtime, using the antiseptics in life to clear the energies around you, using the beautiful products that Sarah has to offer you next week on her show, or even as of from today. I'm not outside of promoting somebody else. I'm like, if I promote somebody else, I am being promoted as a promoter. How about that? I step into the power of the shoes that I'm walking in. I don't play around or flying in as walking crow. God. I'm going to hear about this later. I know it. If not, in about 2 minutes, 30 seconds, 2 seconds. So understand the letting go and what you're willing to let go of. Empty the closet of what is your soul. Empty the closet of what is your broken heart. Empty the closet of what is your fire or your fuego, your lower no self-esteem. Empty the closet of what is a broken connection in your second chakra, of what you've been holding on to, of the things that you fight or flight from. Let go. Do the spring cleaning and empty the closet of the root chakra. Uproot that plant and take it out of the dirt, out of the pot, and separate the roots. You understand what they are. Stretch your legs. Take a yoga class. Go running. Go hiking. Stomp your feet. Create a new presence for yourself and allow yourself to be rooted and fruited in your foundation. Aho. And let's not forget about emptying the closet of the fifth chakra, of the things unsaid and not said in a correct way, or have been said in a hurtful way, or have been said because for fear of shame or retribution or whatever it was. Let's change that. Let's empty that closet and empty the closet of the third eye, where we spend our time thinking and holding on with anger and fear and resentment. Aren't you sick and tired of being sick and tired of carrying that heavy load? Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Do you have to be a hoarder of emotions? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what happens in high tide when high tide comes and you're stuck in a place where there's no way out, and high tide comes with in the hoarding of emotions? You drown if you don't know how to dog paddle. If you don't know how to broad stroke, you will drown in the hoarding of emotions. You will drown in self-loathing, self-seeking, self-hatred. Haven't you had enough? Haven't you had enough? Uncle, I've had enough. I don't beat myself up anymore. I don't hold on to the hoarding of the emotions of the things that happened to me in my past, because they serve me not. They serve you not. And because I was willing to let go springtime after springtime after springtime after springtime, I'm able to come here and speak to you and speak my heart and speak my soul and give you what it is that I have been given over the 7 generations past into the 7 generations forward. And the 7 generations present, which I call the chakras, the 7 generations present. I was at work last night, and people come into that store to find me, not necessarily buy vitamins and stuff. I work, I sell vitamins, but I don't really. I send people over to the produce section to find what it is they're looking for. That's who I am. That's what I am. I want to keep it real. But a lady came in, and she introduced herself, and we just got to talk, and what I do came up, and what she does. She says that she does what I do. That came up, but she was asking for help. And people who do what we do, we all do it in different ways. And some of us don't use any dark energies, any black magic, or any of that stuff. I don't. Not everything looks the same. And she kept saying that she needed to go do ayahuasca in Peru. She has to. Her friend told her she had to. Her friend told her she had to go to Peru to do ayahuasca to help herself. And I said, you don't have to do that. I can help you with that. I can help you with that. But as we spoke, and I went through, I read her, and I went through. She didn't want to hear what I had to say. She didn't want to believe. She kept saying, I think I was joking around with her. I don't play. Anybody who knows me knows that I don't play. I speak of the things that I speak of in a very serious manner, because I have done the work. I have been able to manifest things that are unbelievable to me. And I don't mean like a brand new car or a brand new house or a brand new wife or a harem of women or drums or material things. Not the Mayic energy. No. What I've been able to manifest, and by doing the work, is a life that's calm, a life that's apologetic and non-apologetic. A life that's understanding, that's nurturing, that's caring, and caring for the wound, and not just caring for the wounded, but caring for those who aren't wounded. The yin and the yang, the yin and the yang of life. This is the way my life is healed. 323-870-3791 is a call-in number. We've got 10 minutes left in the show. Who am I not to take a call at 10 of? Anyways, so she wouldn't listen, and so finally I said, you know what, I gotta go back to work. I gotta do what I gotta do, because I'm really not gonna waste my time on somebody who is gonna be in there stinking thinking and not come into the emotion of what they need to do. And every time somebody says, I already did that, and I'm looking at you, that's the thing. When I look at you, it isn't looking at you in the normal sense of looking at you. And Tiffany, White Sage Woman, knows what I'm talking about. I look at you in a way that nobody else looks at you. I look at you in the way of feeling and sensing, and where you're out of proportion in your body, in your ethereal, not in your ethereal body, in your physical body, in the energetic body, in the energetic body. And you know what? I'm in the ethereal body too, because sometimes we live up here. Hello, hi, I'm woo woo. Yeah. Hi, I'm gonna wear a tie-dye t-shirt today because I'm gonna go listen to the Dead. No, come into your body, come into your soul, come into who and what you were always meant to be. And this is where my work is done. My work is done in the body. My work is done in the soul. Are you ready to be in your body? You ladies who are moms, and Angel and Tiffany and Sarah know what I'm talking about. You know what it's like to work in the body. Anybody who has had a child, which are most women who have had children, understand what it's like to work in the body. Because that sack, that bag of water where I was birthed from, sits in the second chakra. It sits between, that water sits between earth and fire. Earth and fire. And what I learned when I was in La Perouse at the base of Haleakala on Maui this last summer in July, as I sat there for 2 days, was when the fire flows from the mountain, from earth, and it moves the male energy west, where I was sitting, to the water, to the base of the volcano. That fire energy, lava, moves and it comes to the place of the water. What happens? Manifestation, solidification. The fire solidifies with the water as a result of the water, and I become earth. I become whole. In that place where women work in the second chakra, when women are working in their bodies, and once that child is born, where does that child go to for its nurturance? Directly to the breast, directly to the heart, directly to the air, directly to the lungs, directly to the bridge between the lower and the higher self, fourth chakra. Do you hear what I am saying to you? We mirror the spiritual life, the soul life mirrors the physical. And this is where we're nurtured in the breast space, excuse me. I thought I said breath. Heart, lungs, air. I'm loved. Heart, lungs, air. I don't have the capacity to love. I don't have the capacity to be loved. And I'm saddened for those who aren't breastfed, whose mothers won't be able to take the time. Or maybe the child can't connect for whatever reason. Remember that as children, as babies, we pick our parents. We pick our parents. So, and that's where it starts, in the connection at the breast, at the heart, at the air, at the lungs, at the fourth chakra, at the bridge between the lower and the higher self. This is where it starts. Now, I didn't intend to talk this way and about this today, but this is what I was given. When I clear with the sage and I ask to become a clear channel, I never know how it's going to be or what it's going to be. So there it is. I mean, my father, I became an energy healer. And when I became an energy healer, I understood why my father died. My father was an alcoholic, right into the fifth chakra. Wasn't able to communicate and vibrate out, right? How to express his hurt, express his wound, express his tragedy. So he put that right in there, and he used to smoke as well. He was a smoker at one time. So he puts that into his spirit in, spirit out with the alcohol. He puts that smoke into his body, into his lungs, into the heart space, into the air, lungs. I love, I'm loved. I don't have capacity to love. I don't have the capacity to be loved. So he manifests lung disease, lung cancer, and he manifests heart disease, heart dis-ease, a broken heart. And in his third chakra, places with no or low self-esteem, his place where his liver lives and breathed, he manifested liver cancer. So having that understanding of how that happened to him 20 years prior, almost 20 years prior to me coming into my energy healing, I said to myself, I am not going to die that way. I'm not going to live that way. I'm not going to die that way. And others said, you can't choose the way you're going to die. And I said, I can choose the way I'm not going to die. And I have an issue with my lungs. I have asthma. It's from a birth trauma because of that man, actually, yes. Because in the womb, in the 9-month gestation period, within the body, my body, in the second chakra, in that place between earth and fire, my mother became unloved in that situation with that man. And I've said, I'm not a product of love. I'm a product of desperation. And these were two people who were desperate enough to run away from where they were and to each other in desperation. And desperation, finds itself. And I'm a product of that. Not saying that to be a victim. I'm saying that to be empowered and understanding. So understand where you come from. Try to understand the things that have happened in your life that you can look at, uncover, discover, embrace, not discard. Don't discard it because it lives in the Akashic memory. It doesn't go anywhere. So you have to learn how to be with that information and that energy and be with it and be empowered by it. That's the beautiful thing. And when you're empowered by it, you're able to Tuesday is trash day. When I was a kid growing up, every Tuesday was trash day. So it's funny that I'm doing this show on Tuesdays. Wow. 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 Whew, that was powerful. Who knew that something like that would be powerful to me as medicine? So let go of those things as you do the spring cleaning, as you're wiping the tables and wiping the counters and cleaning toilets and emptying closets and sweeping out garages and trimming trees and all that stuff. Well, you're not going to be trimming trees because trees are going to be blooming, so never mind that. As you're planting flowers in the garden over the next few weeks, as the snow subsides and the rain subsides and the weather subsides and comes into a warmer climate, come into the warmer climate of your soul. Come into the warmer climate of yourself. Come into the unleashing and letting go of those things and embracing them in a way that is good. And give yourself the medicine of the manifestation of the right side divine masculine energy, moving forward and receiving with the left leg by following up with that from that right foot and saying yes after a lifetime of saying no. Oi shi wana honata, I shi wana hey, I shi wana ho. Oi shi no. Oi shi no. Oi shi no. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. Wow. Wow. I want to remind you that you've been listening to the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show. And I want to thank you for coming, all that came, Sarah and Austin, and all that are listening. I say Sarah and Austin because they've been with me for the last 2 months, I think now, every day, every Tuesday. And I want to thank you for honoring me in that way, and I want to honor you. And I want to honor my beautiful producer, Tiffany White Sage Woman, who is just an amazing soul. And if you haven't met her, log in on next Sunday on the 18th at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and find out what she's all about. She's funnier than heck, So she's funnier than heck. So my name is Anthony Rodriguez, and you've been listening to the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show. And I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank Great Spirit. I want to thank Great Mother and Mother Earth and the power of the 4 directions and all my relations. And I want to wish you a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. And until next week, have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.